Hello everyone, my name is Portia, aka Love, and on this channel I'm going to help you evolve yourself through healing and self-development. So I'm starting out with a series I want to call Bed Peace, inspired by Janae Eichel's song. She's one of my favorite artists, and I just think that song represents being free and living life the way you want to live it. It also represents the environment that we're in today, which is my bedroom. And I just wanted to invite you guys into my space so that it could help you get to know me a little bit better. So before I jump into the video, please hit the like and subscribe button if you feel this video is fitting for you. So I'm going to share with you some self-love tips that have helped me along this journey. Self-love tip number 1, be kind to yourself. I cannot express this enough. It is so important to pay attention to the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you think about yourself. Our words and our thoughts are so powerful. We are literally manifesting our days just by speaking and thinking. So once you do this, you bring your awareness to the thoughts that you have on the daily, specifically the negative thoughts, and then try to reframe them and shift the focus to something more positive. So what I did was I thought about all the negative things that I ever thought about myself or ever said about myself, and I made a list, and I told myself that I was going to let these negative things go. So once I did that, I tore them up and threw them away. And to me, that metaphorically meant that I was letting all of these negative things go within myself. And then I thought about all of the positive things that I wanted to incorporate in my life and all the positive things I wanted to become. And I formed positive I am affirmations and made a list of that. And I kept that and I incorporated that language into my daily vocabulary. For example, things like I am prosperous, I am powerful, I am intelligent, I am successful. And this tip alone helped me to become a more positive person overall. Tip number 2, stop blaming yourself for the way that other people mistreat you. You cannot control another person's behavior. You can only control your own, and you only can control how you respond to their behavior. The way a person treats you has more to do with them than it does you. A person can only give you what they have. And if they don't have a lot of love in them, they can't give you a lot of love. So keep that in mind. And this is why it's important to make sure that you have people around you who love you and support you. Especially because their energy can transfer to you. So if you're around people who are negative all the time and are just mad all the time and are just mean and nasty people, that is going to eventually transfer onto you. And this brings me to my next tip. Tip number 3, setting boundaries. And boundaries are important to have because if you do not have boundaries in place with people, people are going to walk all over you. You really have to teach people how to treat you. You know, like it goes back to that phrase where people say a person is only going to treat you how you allow them to treat you. And boundaries are going to determine that. So for example, you may have a close friend or family member who calls you at all hours of the night sometimes and you have to work the next morning. But because they don't have the same responsibilities as you, they're not really aware of what they're doing. And because you keep picking up, they keep calling. And guess what? If you keep picking up, they're going to continue to call. So the way to set that boundary is to just confront them or to just stop picking up the phone. You really have to teach people how to treat you. And I know it's sad to say, but that's the world we live in. And if they continue to cross those boundaries, then that's when you have to think about and determine whether or not they should be in your life or not. And that goes to the point of making sure you have people in your life who love you and support you and support that growth that you're trying to work on. Tip number 4, stop comparing yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of all joy and happiness. You have to remember that. And comparison is at an all-time high right now due to social media and just the way the world is. Like, oh my goodness. So many women are comparing themselves to celebrities and Instagram models and all of that kind of stuff. And I was one of those people, so I get it. Also, we all have different paths that we're supposed to be on. We all desire different things. So you comparing yourself to another person, you're not even allowing yourself to find yourself and find what interests you and find what's important to you. So when you compare yourself to another person and try to live their life and mirror their life, you are still going to end up unhappy because that is not your desire. That is not your path. That is theirs. And you have to be mindful of that. And social media is so fake. A lot of the things that people post are photoshopped and edited. Like, literally, social media is catfish. So, if you found this video helpful, stay tuned for more videos just like this to help you heal and evolve yourself. See you next time.